Hi guys and welcome to Rawzone.com. This is Mohit Soni. What you're looking at is the brand new Husqvarna SWAT Pillion 401 that has just been launched in the Indian market a few weeks ago. We are done riding it and we have a very solid impression of what this motorcycle is. The first 100 kilometers has told us a lot about this motorcycle. Let's quickly dive into one critical detail that has been the highlight of the Husqvarna, and that has been the design. Don't be fooled by the pictures. This bike looks very appealing and it's got a lot of road presence on the road. Even in this video you will not understand much, but if you go and check it out in real, you will really appreciate what this bike is. The panels are nice and big and beefy. The subframe has gotten bigger. I think these grab rails here sort of are out of place. There's the new LED tail lamp here which looks quite nice. All LED lights all around. Let's look at the most important part at the front, the headlight. You've got this LED ring here which looks quite nice. You've got all LED lights. Illumination and spread seems pretty good enough. And you've got this very nice panel here which makes it look a very very distinct look. The switch gear is borrowed from the KTM. You have adjustable levers at the front, adjustable suspension at the front, and the rear is also offered for rebound and preload. So that is brilliant. The TFT screen, it is of course borrowed from the KTM, but it's got its own thing going on. You can see the Husqvarna colors that have been used. The menu is very simple. You don't have much on offer, but you've got a quick selector. You've got shift light, clock date, of course, adjustable, and you have trip info, true trip infos. Speed control can be done from here, and the overall meter look is very simpler than the KTM 390 as well. Fit finish quality, build quality seems spot on. There is nothing to really fault in that aspect. But the important change that I want to tell you before I start riding is about these tires. Pirelli Scorpion tires are finally here with spoke wheels. This makes a huge difference in how it rides, but how it rides, let's find out. So what is the Husqvarna SWAT Pillion 401 like to ride? Well, our first ride, which included almost doing 100 kilometers on the bike, what does that tell us? Well, this is a scrambler, of course, in a scrambler on the KTM platform with the KTM engine, and this is actually quite spectacular because scramblers make a lot of sense for our roads, and this is an exceptional scrambler at that because the dimensions are well in check, and the 47 ps of power, 39 newton meters of torque is fantastic. The engine is quite smooth, quite refined, lot of power, lot of torque throughout the rev range. The low end is punchy, the top end is fantastic, but there are a bit of vibrations, a bit of lack of smoothness throughout the range as well. This is the 390 engine that we tested couple of months ago. We are really impressed with that, and here with this Pirelli Diablo, the Pirelli Scorpion 2 tires that we have here are actually quite brilliant. These knobbly tires are the best in the world, and they provide you with a lot of grip in bad roads and good roads. They cushion out the really bad stuff quite well. Ride quality is exceptionally good, and that's what makes the SWAT Pillion 401 a fantastic motorcycle that we've been waiting for ages to come, because spoke wheels of course are on offer. These tires are fantastic. The grip on normal road is also good enough, and tarmac road, concrete road, the grip is quite great. There were certain wet patches also that we encountered, and they were also quite good. On the dust, they weren't leaving any they weren't slipping out much. On bad roads, they were taking it really well, also because the suspension is also really good. The stock setting is brilliant. The max setting that I did for my weight also made me realize that the suspension is fantastic for all kinds of roads. It was taking everything so well. We were on some really bad roads at times and some excellent roads at the same time in Pune, and I was just not tired even after riding for an entire week that I was doing in another part of the country. And when I came here and I started riding this, I thought I would feel tired because KTMs are demanding, but this was like KTM platform is more demanding, but this wasn't. This is actually a comfortable motorcycle to live with. The seat height has now gone lower. The seat has become more comfortable. The pillion height, seat height has also gone lower. The pillion is also much more comfortable than before, but still not the really best. It's not a cruiser, it's not a dominar, so it's not that comfortable, but it is remarkably more comfortable than before. The ergonomics also on the motorcycle are quite good. the comfortable riding position, which is sporty enough and comfortable at the same time, upright at the same time, gives you that extra bit of comfort. The ride quality from the suspension is brilliant, the brakes are superbly reassuring, and all of this makes the SWAT Pillion 401, as expected, an absolute amazing motorcycle to deal with. If I were to find any flaws with this motorcycle, it is actually quite difficult, because the engine, the chassis, everything is just put together so well. The comfort is so high, the tires are so good, the brakes are so good. The only thing I told you, that the refinement, the vibrations are slightly there, and that means it can be a bit cumbersome if you commute on a daily basis with this motorcycle, and you go through a lot of traffic. You might find it a bit of an issue, but but those issues, I think, will only come if you're riding really hard and fast. You will see that the vibrations are putting you off, getting your hands or your feet numb, which was also the case when I started riding really hard and fast. I noticed that when I was redlining in a couple of gears, I noticed that the vibrations were there. But that's the only downside to this motorcycle. This is actually a brilliant motorcycle to have. I wish there was a Wit Pillion version for this. I wish there was a much more road going version for this. But then again, the KTM Duke is already there. It's a fantastic road going bike that is already available on sale. So I don't think Bajaj led Husqvarna and KTM are going to introduce the Wit Pillion in that aspect. The Wit Pillion is on offer with the 250. So, and the Duke 250 exists, and that is where it's still sort of a, but it's not entirely a roadster. It is sort of a cafe racer now with a handlebar. So that strategy there also is pretty well in check. They don't want to compromise with the sales on that aspect. They don't want cannibalization in that aspect, and I think that's a job well done, because you need to have the absolute best with everything. The KTM Dukes deliver the roadster aspect quite well. These are delivering the cafe racer and scrambler aspect quite well with the same platform. And Husqvarna's design, of course, I've told you, is absolutely amazing in this new variant. In the pictures, you will be like, this is nothing new, but there is a lot of new. It is now much more better. It has higher road presence than before. The design, the fit finish, quality is really well, and all of that with a price tag which is lower than the KTM. So Husqvarnas are always supposed to be higher than the KTM, but this time they are lower. So again, I think that's a conscious decision. In which way, I have no idea, but or at least I can't discuss that right now, because I'm a little bit lacking on information on that aspect. But it is what it is, and it is turning out to be quite well. I think the strategy is well laid out. There is hardly any confusion, and this should help sales go higher, because with the Bajaj led products, manufacturers and platforms, there is always a lot of confusion. Here it doesn't seem to be a confusion right now. Maybe in the future there could be more products added from the range, but that we will see whenever that happens. Right now, good pricing, good design, good platform, very good scrambler. Love the hardware, love the engine, love the design. Definitely highly recommended you get this motorcycle if you're looking for something as an all-rounder which looks fantastic, has the KTM genes, has the Husqvarna epic design. There is hardly anything out there which can absolutely match this motorcycle in every aspect. It is much above the Royal Enfields, slightly above the Triumph as well, when it comes to how the design and how the product is being perceived and pitched to us, and that's what makes it a retro modern motorcycle in the absolute best form. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our website and YouTube for everyday updates. Until then, goodbye.